Welcome students, welcome to the second part of my video, non-cooperation movement. Some of the important questions which can be asked from the final exam point of view, which are very important. I'm going to discuss it in this video. Before I discuss it, my dear students, it's a sincere request. If you like this video, please do like it. If you have not subscribed it, it's a sincere request, please subscribe it. And also, if the people are not aware of this channel, please do give their awareness by sharing it with others. Well, we are having a lot of anxieties, what kind of the questions will be asked. Though it is not a board exam, it's just merely a school exam, but yet we all are tensed. What my history teacher is going to ask from this particular lesson. And so, whatever the possibilities are there, here in this video, I'm going to discuss it one by one. Whether you belong to a school which is in the rural village or in city, anywhere you are and your history teacher is there, he or she will ask this question for sure. Now, my dear students, first question, which is the possible question which can be asked from this lesson, is what is Satyagraha? Simple. What is Satyagraha? Now you have to think about a person who has used this term practically. It is none other than our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi. So Gandhiji brought a novel technique of Satyagraha in the popular movement. Satyagraha means insistence of truth. The main objective of Satyagraha is through patience, and Satyagraha, an unjust person is made aware of truth and justice and also brings transformation in his or her views. A person following Satyagraha should never use violence and untruth means. So this is what is called as Satyagraha according to Gandhiji. So when a question is asked about Satyagraha, you need to cover all these points. Who brought this and what does the Satyagraha means? Now, there is one more question which can be asked from this lesson is, what is Rolex Act? Or you may have, the question may be asked in a different way. Rolex Act is called as a Black Act. So, both the questions can be asked. So, you need to know this answer properly. The answer will be, what is Rolex Act? To suppress the discontent of all the Indians. The Britishers suggested a measure and they appointed a committee which was headed by Sir Sidney Rowlatt. According to this committee, the recommendations were given. According to the recommendations, a new law was passed without considering the opposition of Indian members in the Central Legislative Assembly on 17th March 1919. This law came to be known as Rolex Act. So this is the answer for Rolex Act. Now, I have told you the other question, that is, Rolex Act was known as Black Act. Now, why Rolex Act was known as Black Act? It's very simple. The Rolex Act was known as Black Act because you have to give reason why it was known as a Black Act. The answer is very simple. According to Rolex Act, they gave right to the government to arrest anybody without any warrant or imprison without any trial. An appeal was prohibited against the punishment given through this act. So the Indian called this Rolex Act as a Black Act. Now, my dear students, very important question, which is the short question in your final exam. That is, write short notes on Jallianwala Bagh massacre. This question is a sure question which is going to be asked by every history teacher. The answer goes like this. On 13th April 1919, please note the date, 13th April 1919. You can remember 1919, 1919. On a Baisakhi day, the people of Amritsar assembled at the place called Jallianwala Bagh. Now, what is the speciality of this Jallianwala Bagh? You know, I have visited this place. It's a very good place. But there was one drawback in that place. There was one small narrow gate, and that narrow gate is used for exit and also to get inside this Jallianwala Bagh. So that narrow lane, you know, General Dyer arrived with his armed force, and the place was enclosed from all the sides, and they had only one small gate, as I said before, to move in and also to exit. General Dyer positioned his army and closed down the only gate without giving any prior notification to the disarmed innocent people. He ordered his soldiers to fire. You know, the soldiers ruthlessly fired at the people. How many rounds? 1660 rounds. 1660 rounds were fired at the Indians. The army continued firing until the ammunitions were over. And in this massacre, 400 people died, including men and women, and many people were wounded. So this is all about Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Now here you have to remember the date, 13th April 1919, Baisakhi day. There was a narrow gate for entry and exit. General Dyer, he arrived without giving prior warning. He fired, his soldiers fired at the Indians 1660 rounds, that is 1660 rounds, and they fired till their arms and ammunitions are over. And here the most important part you need to highlight is 400 people died, both men and women, and several were wounded. So my dear students, I come to an end of my second part of my video, non-cooperation movement. My dear students, if you like the video, please do like it. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it. And also, share it with others who are not aware of this video. Thank you, and I wish you all the best for your examination.